I'm going to solve a crime. But first, some driving in my car.
This is all really suspicious.
Yes. Cars, road. What's it all about?
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras.
I mean, yes, hanging out with the gangsters is not a great look.
There's definitely something going on there.
I mean, they maybe just like hanging out.
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
Okay, then. Okay. What? Who are you?
Who are you? Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Izuki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you...
Gonna be a long drive.
Mom?
Idiot. They must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Iba, right?
We've met in our dreams.
Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality. You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
I can't tell because it won't let me turn my head.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
About your appearance.
Come to
See
think
through.
of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in Somnium.
Yes, Date. Yes.
What's that about?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't usually look like that. You have a Somnium form and another form.
Oh, this?
Yes, that. Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
If you could do that, change it.
I will not,
Why not?
because I won't.
Okay, very serious conversation while we're solving a crime. I'm gonna have to get used to this look.
I fear you would eventually grow tired of the other form as well. I just wanted to change my look a little. Think of it as a haircut.
Pretty drastic haircut.
Oh, Moma. I thought they said Mama. Yeah, this game introduced a Mama and a Moma. How is So related to the Kumakuras?
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
Please do not cover the road.
I see.
However, I did
Can't
discover
see.
some rumors
Two
on the
people in my
internet.
way.
Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories. But would you like to hear them regardless?
Please.
So and Moma are suspicious.
As I said earlier, I completely agree that they are suspicious. But there is nothing currently linking them to the case.
That's true. We have no established motive. Victims were displayed, tied up on a horse, hung from the ceiling, and their left eyes taken out. We still don't know why.
It is possible that Shoko and Renju were disloyal to Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. They could have been killed and displayed as a warning. That would fit the current evidence.
Huh, maybe. But it doesn't feel right.
How is So related to the Kumakuras?
Mr. Tsujima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle. But 20 years ago, So Tsujima lived elsewhere. In
Elsewhere.
the Kawasaki district, to be exact.
That certainly is not the same place.
He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Sejima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen.
Is that a lot of money?
The Sejima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
What incident?
The explosion at the chemical plant.
Ah, that incident.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value.
God, wouldn't that be nice? Land prices going down.
What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, So Sejima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sejima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it.
You just made a fuck ton of money, Date.
It's not like you got anything out of it.
What about the money you just made?
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed... we will have to continue this conversation later.
Oh, I bet it's not important then.
I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? My name is Akaska from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case. There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. He will kill again, you know. And he'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed. In other words...
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Could have been a lucky guess. I mean, that first one... The first one relates to a crime from 6 years ago, right? Like, it's a very specific crime. There'll be a second is not the hardest of guesses.
Yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
I mean, it's worth following up on anyway, to be honest, but it is a guessable thing.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Realistically, they'd probably get, like, tens of phone calls like that.
Good luck.
Anyway, you know, from people who like phoning the police.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I don't know.
Okay, no, what was the end of the conversation you were going to have? You're a robot, you shouldn't forget. Never mind. Just leave that vitally important detail out, shall we? This is strawberry and watermelon, and I fizzed it up in a soda stream. Well, I fizzed up the water. Gonna take a little bit getting used to, but I'm tasting the strawberry more than the watermelon. I should press the A button. I thought it was loading. I should shave.
Oh, Date.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Like you walked in on a murder or something.
Yeah, I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't know that.
Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her. but I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
I feel like this is unrelated to my police questions. Drama though it be. Hello, receptionist. Thank you for the call.
No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
I'm glad.
Who is Iris?
She's recording a podcast right now. Looking at her schedule, it should end soon.
Okay. I'm not flirting with a receptionist, I'm doing the police work right now. Go there afterwards. About Renju's case, where have you been?
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
Which is?
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a doujin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads. You know, normal.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
About, Mizuki.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki. I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain. Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
You're sick, Date.
What?
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty.
No, what? No, it doesn't.
If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
What?
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
About Renju's case.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought.
No, you can't detect lying that way. He's got like 101 reasons to be nervous.
Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Like, the literal reason he could be nervous is because of the secret.
Huh?
Well, wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
Okay.
About Renju's case.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone? Someone was with him. A man. No. A woman.
Why do we
Okay,
need the
look.
thermal? You can literally see on his face when he's lying.
I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here.
I guess it's establishing it for later.
Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. But Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
People kill people?
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
The savior?
The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
You're like 12, right? Yeah, it's gonna get much worse.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing. And it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people.
Okay.
That attitude is something all great creators need to have.
This isn't helping me with murder.
After that, I became a huge A-Set fan and got over my writer's block. And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired.
Did she inspire murder?
A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down. So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
You know what? It's been a while. It's been a while since we've looked at our log, so I'm gonna... Not the log, the menu. I'm not gonna read all of these, but I'm sure there's probably a couple more things in the file. The persons, yes. Oh my word, I need to read this more. There's not a lot of people in this game. Okay, so... he's 60. He likes authority, fame and assets. He likes his golf as well, which is presumably why it's a hobby, and mahjong, and nishiki carp breeding. Grasping people's weaknesses, applying pressure, and making them obey. He's a member of the post-war generation. He grew up poor, which gave him two things. His motivation for seeking power and wealth, and his vindictiveness towards the upper class. That's three things you've just... That's motivation, wealth, and vindictiveness. That's three things, game. Mama, 36, gender neutral, tending bar, loincloths switching, okay, making them touch, okay, hates crimes, customer who throws up on the bar, well, one of those makes a lot more sense, polishing bonito, and watching videos. It's an uncanny ability to detect virginity. Mama owns the bar Marble in the Golden, Yokocho in Shinjuku. Date and Ukiura are regulars in there, and she knows them well. She is also an information broker in the criminal underworld. There's Mama. He's 48. He's doing well for himself if he's 48. He likes pandas and Gandhi and women. And chivalry. I like the humanity and justice are like a pair. Oh, I like humanity and justice. And chivalry, like, it's not humanity and justice, chivalry and Gandhi. Like, that's a pair of things. Pandas and women. You know. He doesn't like irrational traditions. He likes watching dance. And collecting art. Well, maybe he's one of those otaku as well. Hot Springs Vacations. He's good at magic tricks and beatboxing. Okay, he became the leader of the Kamakura Yakuza gang after his predecessor stepped down several years ago. Like 6 years ago. In the past, the Kamakuras were known for being ruthless and violent, but Mama hopes to make the group more peaceful and business-minded. Could have done with that information when we talked to him. There's Rohan, who did, but he dislikes betrayal. I like all those other people who love betrayal. He's not a fan. He dislikes rival gangs and cops. He likes the guns, the drugs, the money, the women, the power. God, he's like a gangster. He's good at that torture as well. He used to be the leader of the Kamakura gang, but 1 year ago committed suicide. But he retired 6 years ago. We've just established that. From jumping over the roof of the building. He was known for his horrific torture technique of peeling his victim's skin from toe to thigh. Is that a real thing? That's fucking horrific. Also, torture, enhanced interrogation techniques are not useful in the slightest. Because people will lie to tell you what you want to hear. 89! He's in his early 40s. If he's in prison, we have all the information on him. Mysterious inmate serving life sentence at Fuchu prison for murder, known only as 89. What did he kill? And even if we don't know who he is, we should know that we don't know who he is. This is just weird. Yakuza A. Well, he's not Yakuza A, he's Chinpei Wagai. He likes ass and erotic novels, and his boss. His boss is on the same level as ass. But he doesn't like the police or his big brother or animal cruelty. He likes training dogs, and he even won a dog training contest. If he's the main villain, it's just cheeky not giving him a name. He does have a name, it's just not known by it for some reason. He's the lowest ranking member of the Kamakuras. Once had dreams of pursuing the top spot in a gang, but has since decided that he would rather focus training his favourite dog. Has the AI scrubbed this information somehow? Okay, Yakuza B. In his 40s as well. Kamakura gang member. He likes dominatrixes, but dislikes domestic violence. That line is very well set for him, and you do not cross that line. But he does like dissecting things, and suturing. So he can dissect you, and he can just put you back together again afterwards. Very useful. Perhaps due to the way that he looks, he's often mistaken for a low-ranking member, even though he's towards the top. Typically does office work, and has recently fallen in love and lost a lot of weight. Well, it's good for him. Receptionist. Okay. She's got skills in anti-aging, apparently. She likes gambling and partying. She dislikes men that act like ballers, but are really scrubs. But she likes the yellow-spotted river turtles. So she's a lemon escape receptionist. She likes men that are real bros and can vibe with them from the jump. Lately, her shoulders have been stiffening up on her, though. Okay, I won't read anymore, because, there's only so much time that we can be bothered to spend in here. Are we done? There's the reception desk. The reception desk, I told you. Do we need to look at these every time? How to get rich with cryptocurrency. I'll definitely be taking that one. No, don't. I don't think that's going to help you very much. Okay. Slow down, I didn't say Iris was the murderer.
But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story.
Also, you don't need to know what I think, buddy.
I do. I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
What?
Do it for Iris.
Yeah. What time did Renju and Iris leave the building?
Around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
What did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
Hmm?
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
No, we give everyone that right.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth, and I would appreciate your cooperation.
Is Ota's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes? Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
What were you doing with Renju?
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there. But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before, especially with important people being there.
This is the camera used to record the interrogation. Images captured by this camera are sent to the database in real time. It is later saved permanently on our servers. You can remotely control it as well.
Camera used for interrogation. The lens is facing Iris. There are pipes on the walls of the room. Security camera. The interrogation room has 2 surveillance cameras. This is one of them. The other is installed near the doorway. It's a good idea, to be honest, so nobody messes with one of the cameras. Two-way mirror. There's a small room on the other side of the mirror, but you can't see it from here. Reflected in the mirror. What did you do after you turned him down?
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Aiba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized. Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
That's true.
Is that just a floating head? I mean, I know he's thinking to himself, it just looks weird. You used to work at the Sunfish Pocket, right?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
Her head's become detached from... the rest of her. Just like Daddy's head.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that's horrific. Let's save our game and load it. Because the head just sort of popping out like that is very disquieting. Yes, hang on, let's do that now. Been a while since we saved as well. It is saved. Maybe it's fixed now? No, it's not fixed. Right, yes, let's go to the menu. And go to the... How do I open the main page? We are here. How do I load my game? Oh, there it is. Right, won't be a second. We've loaded the game. Wonderful. What's happened? We met Mama. We went to that street. We went to the mob. Ah, and there was a congressman there. And then we drove some more. And then we met Hota. And now we're here. Those are the things that happened. Is your head on straight? About the surveillance camera.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
I want to know where the tapes are stored. Iris looks nervous. It's understandable, of course, after being suddenly taken to a place like this. When did you find out Renju was killed?
When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do? I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
Do you have an alibi for last night?
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
Or the temperature technique isn't useful.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean...
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
Out doing a... No, not doing that. Oh,
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
we do. There's a girl there. That girl links her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
Oh, there's darkness over here. Hello, darkness. My old friend.
Am I a suspect?
Yes, but everyone's a suspect.
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point. A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible. You see,
Show?
Iris could have choked Renju to death. If you are searching for proof of this, you will not find it here.
Iris could have choked Renju to death. This doesn't have anything to do with it. So I meant to press.
Renju's estimated TOD is yesterday, around 8 p.m. Numerous hemorrhages in the blood vessels of the throat and face indicate strangulation. The weapon used to commit the murder was some kind of twisted cloth. The criminal likely wrapped it around Renju's neck and pulled. Renju then suffocated. The more precise cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. In short, Renju was strangled from behind with some kind of cloth or rope.
Isn't it?
The autopsy determined that Renju vacated his bowels from muscle relaxation upon death. However, no trace of this was found on the corpse or at the scene. This means that it is highly likely Renju was killed elsewhere and moved to where he was found. Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket, hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The other end was attached to beer kegs found on the floor. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
Alright, well, it's gonna be one of them. Sedation, probably.
The autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju's body. This drug is commonly used as a sedative. It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death.
It's probably that, but I'm gonna look at all of them anyway. £106?
Sunfish Pocket is located on the second floor. According to the records, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, the elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m., the total weight detected in the elevator was approximately 310 pounds.
I know this watch. It's Renju's favorite. I found it inside an oil drum at Sunfish Pocket. That means...
I don't know what that means.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
I don't think so, Date. This is irrelevant to the question of how to lift Renju's body.
Is it? Boss pointed this out earlier. Okay.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter.
You know what? This doesn't make any sense. Like, that decision doesn't make any sense. Like, the oil drums, like, any of the things he could have said this story from.
Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
Oh, the 3 beer kegs that I selected and you said it was wrong?
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible.
But
It sure feels like those 3 kegs seem to be the most important aspect in this.
But there is one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
Maybe.
You have to prove that Iris could have. That is your current. This will not help you.
What? How did the watch?
Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder.
That would make the body even heavier.
You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure.
I did forget the watch was in the drum, so like that, those two do make sense when you put that together.
Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed!
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
Somebody in my ear. I'm busy. Just say that.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
Oh yeah, with the weight of the barrel.
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
Oh.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor?
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310.
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds.
Yeah, it's a common weight, apparently.
Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However...
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall. There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
It's me! Boss is standing in the corner.
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like. But we need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Yeah, I can see the mirror.
Without turning around?
Yes.
How would I do that?
The mirror!
Shit.
Okay, who let her in with a phone?
Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing? Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date. Sync with her.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
God, I want some of that medication. I'm gonna let you go.
Date? Think you can do it?
Not a problem. Get it started.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up,
I know.
then let's begin.
Oh, well, I guess we've got time to do the... Like, this seems like it's gonna take more than 15 minutes, that's all.
What is this place?
Cyrus.
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Oh, hang on. I just realised... Yes, hang on. It doesn't matter.
Unknown. But there must be a connection.
I should have a screenshot, but I don't have it right now.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Somnium scan! Activate!
Mental lock. 1. Mental lock. 2. Mental lock. 3. Mental lock. 4. Sinking in the vein. Discover Iris' secret. A mysterious room, videos, and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth. By... you know, definitely like breaking, diving into somebody's subconscious because you think they're lying, is, I feel like, definitely against some sort of moral law. So yeah, I'm not going to do this right now. I'm going to do this next time. Hello, you. I'm going to go into the menu instead, and we're going to read these case notes because we didn't quite finish them, did we? So, Evolver has been added. An exciting, voltaic, versatile handgun. What? Couldn't it just have been a Volver? Just call it Evolver. Like, you didn't need the E. You could have just added the E and said the E stands for we wanted it to sound cooler. Date's weapon can fire a number of different kinds of bullets, such as explosive, flame, spherical, and wire rounds, using electromagnetic force. Pewter invented it at the request of Iba and Date. Erupting, electronic. I feel like you had better words than exciting. Savior has been added. Otto said that Tessa is his savior. Maybe some people reacted to this line by thinking, what? Isn't that a little extreme? Iris hasn't saved the world or anything, but she's not a Samaritan. But to people who are in trouble, people who are in a bad place in life, someone like Iris can be a savior, and that's what matters. Jura. Kind of ramen. The broth is heavy with pork fat, then piled high with thick-cut noodles, cabbage, meat, whatever else the customer desires. Ota eats Juro ramen at Juro's. Is that relevant? Internet cafe. sometimes called net cafes or PC cafes. Originally, they were simply cafes that featured internet-connected computers, but modern Japanese internet cafes also feature private booths. Many feature manga, magazines, and waitresses, similar to a manga cafe. The roofs are typically 10 by 10 feet and are walled in tall partitions. Booths can sometimes have reclining Claire. She's right, bother when you're trying to read manga, let me tell you. They can also have reclining chairs and matted floors, perfect for reading manga, browsing the internet, napping, or watching videos. There we go, we've read everything. And I guess we're missing one of those things. Right, I am going to... if we look at the flow chart... oh yeah, so we're about to do that. Cool, that feels like we could load it whenever we like. I'm afraid... Hello, Lurker. I'm about to save my game and leave. Which is a shame, because, you know, I can see by my viewer count that somebody's just arrived. That's a bit of a shame. But I'm not going away completely. I'm about to play Trials of Mana. So come join me for that, Lurker. Anyway. I've been the John Struct. Thank you for watching this. I had a picture, it was cooler than this. I mean, I guess it's not cool, I actually kind of like this screen. But more than the thank you would fit better. Anyway, thank you for watching, I appreciate it. I've got to wait for the snail to come back now. Come back, snail! I need you. I mean, I could have put myself on the other side and that would have saved a little time. Anyway, farewell.